Welcome everybody! Today we're reviewing Tower of God Season 3 Episode 69, which is obviously the first chapter since the hiatus, which is crazy hype. We had an amazing live stream last night, so thank you all so much for watching that. We broke so many records, it was so much fun. If you haven't seen that live stream and you want to see my reaction, you can still do so by clicking the card here, and then you can always come back to this review. Basically, the way this is going to work is we're going to be talking about what was covered in this chapter, and then also at the very end, I'm going to read SIU's blog post, which I haven't seen yet. So the first half will be the review, and the second half will be the blog post. All right, first and foremost, guys, Tower of God is back. Like, can we just address that? Okay, moving on. The main focus of this chapter was Yasratcha's game. So basically, Yasratcha has introduced this like sort of mini-game style thing where basically there's 4 captains on the good guys' side at least, and these 4 captains each have different motivations for participating in this game. Essentially, the motivation to play this game is that you will not have to fight the 5th squadron led by Yasratcha. Basically, if you win, you kind of get this reward by Yasratcha letting you go wherever you want to go in the nest. And because it was done by like a deal with the administrator, like Yasratcha's not lying. Like, this isn't something he's really in control of. He made this deal, you know, and the administrator will send you wherever you want to go. So the 4 captains are Yasratcha, frickin' heck no, Bomb, Yama, Evankel, and Calavan, and they each have their own different goals. Bomb wants to get the Jinsung, Yama wants to beat up Yasratcha, Calavan wants to beat up Liboric, a lot of beating up going on, and then Evankel wants to go to that secret spot that Lafave told her about. So basically these 4 captains all want to win so they can go to these locations. Now the thing to point out here, and Yasratcha made this distinction, he said he's not doing this so that you can achieve your goal really. For example, he's not going to give Jinsung to Bomb. It just lets you go to that place. So Evankel can go to that secret location, but she's not going to gain anything from it. She has to go from there. You know, like Calavan can go to Liboric, but Liboric's not going to be dead. Like, Calavan still has to beat up Liboric. So it's a really interesting game. Obviously, Yasratcha wants to spice things up. Oh, I should mention too, there are other participants as well. Those are just the team captains. But we also have a lot of people on the good side joining up to help the captains as participants of the game. I'm not entirely sure. They haven't really specified what even the game is entirely going to be, but it's basically a series of battles, right? He implied it was sort of like one-on-one battles, but we don't know the extent of that yet. It might be more like 2-on-2, but basically a bunch of battles, and if you win, you can progress through this like cat map stage that he's prepared. Also, there's like 20 turns. It's a turn-based game, and if you don't succeed by the 20-turn point, then Jinsung is gonna be like locked in suspendium. I don't know entirely like what that means, like if they can't just break him out when he's in the suspendium, but we'll see. Now, something to point out are the participants in this game. Like the team captains, super dope, you know what I mean? But the participants are interesting. Now, it's hard to tell like who all of them are, like by looking at the panels. Maybe one of you could tell me in the comments below and help people out if you can really make out each person. But some of the people I saw were White. You know, White is there, guys. I saw a lot of comments saying, "Where's White?" White's there. Like, give him some time. He doesn't have to talk every single chapter. We also have Namo and Sola, which is really cool. They're the 2 girls under Sophia Tan. They're there as well. They really wanted to participate for whatever reason, so that's pretty cool. We get to see more of them. Mule Love wants to participate because he told Gus, even if he's not like personally invested, or so he says, he feels like if regulars are going, he has a duty as a ranker to go as well, which is like, dude, good on you, Love. Let's freaking go. Gus is staying behind, and so is Hua Ryun and a few other people. They're gonna protect the needle on the ship and everything, which is pretty sick. I love that Gus alone is like, yeah, I'll protect this needle. Like, come at me. It just shows you that he really is a high ranker, which is really cool. But the other people who are there, okay, there's also Doom and Paul. I forgot about Doom and Paul. But the other people who are there are regulars, as far as I could tell, which blew my mind. Kun, Rak, Shibisu, Hots, and I'm pretty sure Elaine and Hockney are all there. That's like insane to me, because they're going up against rankers, at least as far as we know, and I have a theory about this. So basically, they're gonna be working together, going through this game, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a really interesting way to spice things up. Mashini even says that. She's like, this Yasratcha guy, he knows how to spice things up, which is exactly right. It's been a while since we've had a Tower of God game, you know what I mean? Like, even the stealing the fang thing from earlier got cut short, so I'm really excited about it. Now, as far as the enemy goes and who they're sending in to participate, we can assume that Yasratcha's little gang will join. For example, Yasratcha and Yasratcha and Kendrick DL and Nanatona and all of them are probably going to participate because that would make sense. But we also see Liboric talking to his new division commanders of the new 4th Squadron. And these designs are so freaking cool. I lost my mind, dude. I don't know why, but seeing new characters with brand new designs hypes me up so much. And Liboric said you guys better participate as well, so they're also going to be there. And then we also get this scene with Mashani, where she's talking to these 3 squid spear guys wearing these weird looking outfits, saying you guys should also participate, little brother. What? This could be a new Coon, or it could be a Coon that we already know. I don't think it's Ron because it just wouldn't make sense. Why would Ron want to help Mashani like this against his friends or his companions? And also, we just haven't seen Ron in a while. I don't know why, that just doesn't really work. But if it was Ron, it would make sense because regulars fighting regulars. At the same time, I don't know. That was my theory. Wow, that was a bad theory. Regulars fighting regulars, so therefore it's Ron? Nah, I don't think so. I saw a couple comments saying, what if it's like Asensio or maybe Icardi, like the two from the Hidden Floor, like their real life versions? Maybe. I could possibly see that. The only thing is Asensio is like really famous, so it's weird that he's like in hiding and like taking orders from Mashani. Like, I guess she would have superiority, she's a Jihad princess and she's probably older than him, but at the same time, I don't know, I never imagined Asensio like wearing a costume like that and kind of hiding himself. I imagined him being like a King Coon, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is Asensio. One of them was also larger, so that really could be Icardi. That'd be interesting. Okay, so moving on from the game, a couple other things they highlighted this chapter. We got to see Yama's stubbornness, which was really nice. Coon was trying to tell Yama to stay under control, not to go after Yasratcha, but because Yasratcha is a slimy little cat who's so manipulative, Yasratcha was like, screw it, and he ended up, going there anyway, and then the game started and blah, blah, blah. I thought that was really nice, you know what I mean? There was a line in the chapter where I think Shibisu says, no one's more stubborn than Bomb, and I was like, Yama exists. But speaking of Coon, we got to see a lot of him this chapter as well, particularly the care and protection that he shows for Bomb and his desire to protect him. He doesn't want him to get hurt, and he's really worried about him. And obviously, Coon is always worried about Bomb, but this chapter really highlights it, in my opinion, because Hwaryun herself steps in and calls it like a sickness, how he always wants to protect Bomb. And I thought that was really interesting, and it shows that Coon truly is obsessed with Bomb now. Bomb is like his reason to keep going, his reason to live. So I thought that was interesting. I want to see how that goes moving forward, and if that's like a bad thing, you know what I mean? Like, what if that evolves into something that's not healthy? And I want to see maybe if Coon can find some other motivations. Not that the Bomb motivation is bad, but it's worth pointing out. We also got this absolutely amazing panel of Rack freaking kicking Coon in the face, pulling a Yuri, honestly, kicking him in the face, and breaking the fourth wall. I mean, this was like the funniest freaking thing because it was the perfect way to break the tension in a lighthearted way, and I say break the tension in a positive way, but also call back to the fact that it's been a year since we've had a chapter. Dude, I lost my mind. That was absolutely amazing. And yeah, we get to see Jin Sung at the end. They say you have 20 turns to rescue him or until he's locked in the suspendium or whatever, and we see him all locked up, tied up, Dude, it's just awesome. I can't believe we actually have like new panels of these new characters and old characters and new plot points and new tests and games, and it's just so exciting. So I loved this chapter. I thought it was a great one to come back. It was obviously a setup chapter. Starting next chapter is when the action is gonna start, which I'm so excited for. I want to see how these characters, both the main characters and the side characters, all contribute to take down these enemy forces. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm so excited. But okay, with that being said, SIU's blog post. A huge thank you to the people on Reddit for translating this. It's on the Tower of God wiki. I'll leave a link down below if you want to read this for yourself. But I'm gonna read it for the first time here. I've never read it before. I've seen this picture though. This picture is so cool. Let's do it. All right, SIU says, hello everyone, it's been a while. A little bit earlier than expected, Tower of God has come back. It's good to see you all again. That's really true. We weren't sure if it was gonna come back this soon. Actually, I was thinking I would start working around the end of June to come back after. But to tell you the truth, well, my body hasn't fully recovered like I wanted it to, but as I was getting examined in various fields and finding more problems, I realized that full recovery may be much farther away and much more unrealistic. That's really sad. I was hoping that he would feel a lot better. I mean, it does make sense. He's been feeling this pain and he's been struggling for a long time. It would make sense that it doesn't get healed like that. But it's sad that it's just unrealistic at all that he's gonna have a full recovery. That's a little sad. Let's see what he says. If this would be a problem while I continued Tower of God anyway, and it was going to be impossible to fully recover from, I thought it would be better to start getting ready for my comeback sooner. That's a sad reason to come back sooner. Oh man, I hope he's okay. I hope he has more assistance and stuff to help, because that's really tragic. I don't know about that. He says, it's weird, I know. Neither those around me or myself quite understand how that conclusion came to be, but anyway, I came back earlier than anticipated. Okay, oh gosh, I feel so bad for SIU. I feel so bad. Like, I know he has obligations to meet and stuff. Anything that could make it better. Like, I've always thought about, like, what if he does this, or what if he does that? What if the chapters are shorter? But like, you know, we don't understand the situation. I just hope he can find ways to help moving forward. Some of the chapters I had made earlier were too old, so I redrew those. Oh, interesting. And there were also a few things I had to get ready for the comeback on top of starting work on the hard copies again. Hard copies, let's go. And on top of that, since the preview quota increased from 3 to 4 chapters, oh shoot, so I had to account for those as well. As such, everything had been very chaotic since April or so. Now, you may be thinking why I'm whining out of the blue coming right out of a year-long hiatus, but this blog's entire point has always been me complaining and lamenting things that I can't on the main webtoon. Dude. Okay, SIU, like, it's okay, bro. We're here to listen, you know. That is, I shouldn't be laughing. This man is suffering and I'm laughing. I mean, he's right. Like, he does commonly refer to his problems and such, but it's not in a bad way. It's not like we don't want to see that, because anything he wants to say, we want to be here to listen. But just the way he put it was funny. Actually, setting aside all those personal problems, when you are an artist on hiatus, you will always have a sense of being pent up in your heart. But when you start uploading, you also get difficulties in doing so. It's difficult. As everything is changing around us in these times, I only have the utmost respect for my many peers, seniors, and juniors who draw webtoons. Wow, that's SIU so respectful, let's go. Although I prepared a lot of different things, reducing downtime and trying to come back as soon as possible, I feel so apologetic for you guys that's been waiting for such a long time. It's okay, bro, don't worry about it. You may like the fruits of my efforts or may not. It may be no longer the same as it has been 10 years ago, and sometimes rather than going for the best I can, I just want to draw a comic. But as an artist, I just want you guys to enjoy it after a long wait. That's what I think. Well, I can only be so greedy, but having you guys enjoy my work, the life of an artist, can be so difficult sometimes. So basically, he's self-conscious if he's really making work that we enjoy. SIU, whatever you make, we'll enjoy. Don't worry about that. Anyway, I made another long post after a comeback. Ha ha ha. Dude, that's totally fine. You can make as long a post as you want. From now on, there may be a large change. I may not make blog posts after every chapter. I may simply make comments or just post on my other social media accounts. Oh wow, okay, I didn't realize that. It's unfortunate, but due to multiple circumstances at play, I think it's best that I reduce the channels I'm active on and focus on my work. I'll let you know about that as I decide. Hey, if it's gonna help reduce the workload, I'm all for it. Well then, I kept you guys waiting for a long time, but I dare ask you guys to enjoy my work once more as I close this post. Have a good night, and I'll see you with the next week's chapter. For my readers, love you, stay healthy, and thank you. Bro, SIU is an actual saint. He's suffering so much, and all he cares about, despite the suffering, is us. He doesn't care about himself, he just wants to make work. Oh man, so SIU hasn't fully recovered. You know, I'm assuming he did get better, and it was probably a good break to have regardless, and a good rejuvenation, hopefully, to some extent. But his health problems still remain, and that's scary. You know, I really hope that he's finding ways to reduce the workload, because, like, who cares about us? Who cares about us? Like, take care of yourself first. You know, we come way, way after that. So, regardless, he's a saint. I absolutely loved hearing his thoughts. You can tell that he speaks from the heart, and I can really appreciate that. So that was great. That was a great blog post. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more daily content, mostly Tower of God, but we're starting to branch off into God of High School and other webtoon-related content, so definitely stick around if you want to see more of that. Also, we stream every single Sunday Tower of God live reactions now that it's back, every Sunday night near the chapter release around 9 p.m. So definitely stick around for those as well. Patrons, you know I love you guys so much. Thank you for your continuous support. If you want to become a patron, the link is down below. You can suggest videos. You get listed here in the description, obviously, as well. And it's just a lot of fun. There's a chat in the Discord where you can hang out in particular. So if you want to support the channel in that way, you can also do that. All right, guys, with that being said, I'll see you in my next Tower of God review. Take care.